What are you, a robot?
He's a penguin.
He's a penguin. Okay.
He's a robotic penguin.
Seems legit. The letter reads, need help finding the jewels of Nabooty. Fly to Boston at once. Bring passport. Danger. Be careful. Actually, this is a telegram, so it's need help finding the jewels of Nabooty. Stop. Fly to Boston at once. Stop. Bring passport. Stop. Danger. Stop. Be careful. Stop. Peter and Lucy. Stop. All you needed to do is just put Nabooty in Boston. After reading the telegram several times, you were still puzzled. You remember the jewels. Who could forget them? Yes, Demonicus's jewels. The splendor of Greece. The two diamonds shone like the sun's reflection off a glacier. And the two rubies that were like the eyes of a jungle creature at night. Peter's father had bought them from a shopkeeper in Morocco many years ago. Oh, this is retrospect. The shopkeeper had been nervous about the sale, but also anxious to get rid of the jewels. No, fuck this. This is a memory sequence. Act this out. No, not to you, to his dad.
Oh.
Uncle, I should say.
He's your dad.
The shopkeeper had been nervous about the sale, but also anxious to get rid of the jewels. 2 days later, Peter's father had returned to the shop to ask more about the jewels, only to find the shop closed. A small sign on the door announced the sad and unfortunate death of the shopkeeper, Mr. Abdul Saad. Yes, he's looking in the window.
Where's the Kool-Aid?
The same day, he received a letter at the hotel demanding the return of the jewels. The letter warned him that his life was in danger if he did not return them. Obviously, he ignored the letter. Oh, fuck that. You want these Nabooties, you come again. He ignored the letter, but always hinted about the strange and mysterious powers the stone held. Oh, yeah. Peter and Lucy tell you the jewels are lost. What can you do to help your cousins find them? You pack your bags and leave your house in New Orleans to fly to Boston. You glance over... Nolans. I'm not from New Orleans, so it's New Orleans. And I'm not, like, completely estranged to it, so it's not New Orleans. Because they will punch you for that. So, you pack your bags and leave your house in New Orleans and fly to Boston. You glance over your shoulder nervously, searching for followers. Peter and Lucy meet you at the airport.
Peter and Lucy.
We kind of crushed this anyway, so this shouldn't be a surprise.
You're Lucy, where's your boobs? There you go.
Lucy apparently only has one arm.
It's pretty lopsided.
Alright, Lucy, where's Lucy? Let me see Lucy. Alright, Lucy, give me an A cup. C cup. Triple D. There you go.
Now keep it
Don't
there.
stretch out your hoodie.
That's good enough.
They're wanting you.
Peter says there isn't much time. If you agree to help, take the next plane to Paris tomorrow afternoon. From Paris, you'll fly to Morocco. You'll have to hurry. But Peter, you complain, I don't understand. What is this all about? You will learn when you read this letter. Here. The letter reads, the jewels of Nabooty are 4 keys to the hidden wisdom and wealth of a secret African tribe. Those who have the jewels either enjoy health and fame or suffer agony beyond belief. The current owners of the jewels must guard against their being lost or stolen. They must wait to hand them over to the appointed messengers of Nabooty. Lost to the jewels could mean death. Death is all capitalized. Really, they send you a letter, come here to Boston. You fly to Boston and meet them and give you another letter saying, this is your mission, if you choose to accept it. Why couldn't they just pick up the damn phone? Seriously. Because if you're like, screw this, but they just could be like, hey, you want to get ice cream? And like, you flew me to Boston for that, you pricks? You were puzzled by the letter. Peter and Lucy tried to reassure you. But the truth is that their lives have been threatened if they should continue to search for the jewels. They have asked you to search for the jewels because you are unknown to thieves. You will be relatively safe. And you're only 12 years old, so that makes sense. As safe as anyone can be on the trail up to the jewels of Nabooty. If you agree to go on the plane to Paris, page 4. If you demand more time, page 7. Or, I'm sorry, time, information, and extra help, page 7. Who's going to Paris? Woo! It's a dirty city. Don't go to Paris. Who wants more time, information, and extra help?
I like help.
You guys are so excited. That sounds exciting. Paris it is. Excuse me while I clear my throat. This is an unfortunate looking individual. Look at that. Dude, it's like his chin is a failed plastic surgery. It's like they gave him a breast implant on his chin. And it's just drooping towards his stomach.
Just a penis chin.
Frank Campbell gone
I
wrong.
mean, his nose isn't bad enough, but the 70s porn stash tops it.
Well, it is 70s, isn't it?
Early 80s.
Close enough.
Fasten your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts. Put your tray backs in an upright position. Extinguish all smoking materials. Flight 231 for Paris is now ready for takeoff.
You're the uncle. Keep me the flight attendant.
I can be the flight attendant.
Yeah, I
Damn
was a
it.
boy and an old lady. He can be whatever you want.
The steward explains about emergency
Oh, yeah, no,
procedures,
it's
but you listen with only half an ear. Then there's the roar of the jet
Cut one
engines
off.
as the plane rushes down the runway and leaps into the air.
So I think they use a telegram.
Turning away from the small plane window, you notice that the person sitting next to you is doodling on a pad. Long, narrow fingers grasp the gold pen tightly. They're a bloodless white. What is creepier still is they have no nails. You sneak a closer look at his face and see eyes that reflect no light, a thin mouth showing no lines at the corners, and a closely shaven jaw. A mustache hides a scar that runs from the nostril to the corner of the mouth. You look down and see that the scribbles on the pad are diamond-shaped. They seem to spell out the word Nabooty. Oh, a shiver of fear races through you. This cannot be a coincidence. The person next to you certainly knows who you are. He, too, must be looking for the missing jewels.
Oh, that would be me. Let's turn that off.
Fatigue overcomes your fear and you fall into a troubled sleep. When you awaken, you are over the English Channel descending towards Paris. Would you care to share a taxi into Paris, my friend? It's the man next to you. You start at his words as though a knife were ticking in the back of your neck. Tickling, I'm sorry. Why, I don't know. Where are you going? It's a pretty lame way to delay your answer, but you need to do some fast thinking. The stranger fixes you with an eerie stare and says, "We are searching for the same thing. I need your help." You know, that voice is no fun. Yeah, we're all searching for the same thing. And I need your help, and I think you need mine.
Merle Dixon.
Hey, doggy! You got a pretty mouth. If you accept his offer for the cab ride, page 10. If you make excuses and refuse, page 11. Who's gonna take him up on his offer? I'm guessing all of you were raped by pedophiles. Seriously, wow. Anybody? I've got candy and a puppy in my car.
We really have candy. Come
If
on.
you make excuses and refuse his help, turn to page 11.
Party pooper.
It's a trap!
That's a trap.
Alright, for those of you who heard my hentai panel last night, You guys come out to my car. I've got candy and Big Mac.
Come on, you really have candy.
I really do have candy. I've got a whole bag of Reese's peanut butter kisses.
Oh, yes.
Pieces.
I'm sorry, chocolate kisses.
I don't think he's legit.
No, he's Hershey Kisses.
There better be puppies.
All right, if they don't satisfy you,
Make sure the
I'll
puppies
kiss you.
don't
How
eat the
about
candy.
that? That makes you feel better. Tongue is not optional; it's required. What's that?
As long as Demonicus isn't involved.
Yeah, Big Mac will be involved. A row of taxis meet you at the end. You're awesome. I like you. A row of taxis meet you at the entrance to the airport. You and your strange companion jump in one and roar off the center of Paris. The ride is fast and dangerous. Your driver doesn't seem to think that you are any rules to the road. Then you are standing on the sidewalk in front of a small cafe.
That was quick.
Yeah, I know, right?
What happened?
Teleport. Your companion.
Small cafe, that's like 3 or 4 people.
Not cool! Not cool! I dodged a bullet.
What?
Are you trying to rape me? Okay.
I don't think anybody needs to write me in.
I mean, you can if you want. I don't need roofies for that. So if you want me like naked and singing in the lobby, that will require a lot of roofies.
Okay. I got him.
Then you were saying, your companion motions to a waiter in the cafe. One moment. I'm sorry, Frenchie. One moment. All is ready. The waiter scurries away. That's not scurrying. Bugs scurry. Rats scurry. That's better. Scurry. There you go.
It's like Frenchman.
Scurries away, only to return a minute later with 2 glasses and a note asking you to meet a man named Molotova at a table in the back of the restaurant. Yeah, he's all our contact here in Paris. Listen to what he says, but be careful. Watch the doors and the windows. Our enemies are all about. If you take a seat on the left near the door, turn to page 15. If you sit with your back to the wall, it's page 16. Who's going to the door? Back to the wall.
Pedophiles, but no doors.
We're paranoid but dumb.
Oh my God, an open door! You want to have sex with me and you're 82 and I'm only 17? Okay. We are disturbing people.
It's your fault.
I'll take blame for
You gotta
that.
like encourage people to pick these books more. They're amazing.
You remember reading somewhere that it's safest if you sit with your back to the wall. Really? And you didn't read somewhere that you shouldn't jump in a car with a complete stranger? That way no one can sneak up on you from behind. The waiter hovers over your table for a minute, taking your order. Then Molotova appears. At least you assume that is Molotova, and takes a seat next to you. He is a handsome man of about 25 years of age. There are tribal scars, 2 rows of 3 lines each on his cheeks. The multicolored African shirt fits loosely over his frame. Thank you for the green. I'm sorry, I can't do like an African accent, so it's gonna be an Indian guy. Thank you for agreeing to meet me. It is good that you came. Perhaps we can recover the lost jewels with each other's help. Would you like a slushie? I'm sorry, I'm so terrible. I could not resist.
No, you have to ask the computer.
The taxi driver.
Yes. Welcome to Dell's Tech Support. How may I help you? I apologize. You nod in general agreement. But who exactly are you? Molotova looks at you for a moment and then says, I'm the prince of ancient Nabute. We ruled a large region of Africa for many years. Before Africa was taken by European countries, we were fair and just, but the jewels are a powerful symbol of our leadership. They have magic powers. They can confuse the evildoers and stop the bad. We must have them back to continue our work. If you wish, you can meet my father, the king, here in Paris. Or we can go to the Ivory Coast, where my people are. If you want to meet Molotov's father, 28. If you decide to go to the Ivory Coast, 26. Who's going to meet the dad?
Okay.
Ivory Coast. We're stupid. Bad enough we ran to Morocco. We're like, all right, Ivory Coast. I don't know where it is, but that's where we're going.
Maybe we're going to find another pedophile.
So much. In one story.
Yeah.
Let's see what this started at 10:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got some overflow time to work with.
Yeah.
For those of you who have never been to my panel before,
Always goes no.
I always go over. If you give me a half an hour of overflow time before the next panel starts, I will go on half an hour. Unless they show up and they're like, hey, we need this room. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I'll get out of your way. The Ivory Coast is a beautiful country in the most tropical region of Africa.